Hope everyone had a great weekend. Monday, hope you attacked Monday with intensity. Unlike the Knicks, who did not. Nah, I'm playing. The Knicks actually played a really good game against the Nets, 110-107, loss on the road. Kevin Durant, man, he's got something special. He's got really special. He can do whatever he wants on the court. He's an offensive savant. He's a killer. Probably should have been arrested on the way out for what he did to the Knicks. Just snatched our heart right out of our soul. Similarly to the way he snatched our hearts out of our soul to go to the Nets, which is the main reason why I made this video. Shout out to my man Lacey once again. So I did make the video yesterday because there was a lot going on. You know, the emotions of the game itself. I had to attend a funeral. Shout out to my man Jonathan Johnson. You know, there's a lot going on, a lot of emotions going on. And MLB was back. The baseball was making moves. The Yankees traded Gary Sanchez. It's a hot topic. I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna go too deep on that. The Giants not making moves. Again, I'm gonna save that. Basically, the segue of this video. So with the Nets and Knicks playing, both being teams in New York, I've been asked the question, hey Charles, which team are you going for? Like, I know you're a Knicks fan. How do you feel about the Nets? And I'll be honest with you. When Kevin Durant went out of his way to lie about never, well, let me take a step back. I don't know. I'm not in his mind. I'm not in his head. Who knows the truth? We'll never know the truth. But come on, keep it funky. You know it's Kevin Durant. Again, I don't know any of these brothers personally. All I'm saying is, you know, from the outside looking in, I believe that Kevin Durant, once he got hurt with the Golden State Warriors, that gave Kyrie the green light to take the step forward, to go ahead and sign with the Nets. Let me explain. So I do believe that they both agreed to go to the Knicks. That's what I believe. But once, you know, spearheaded by Kevin Durant, not saying that Kyrie's anything to slouch at, not saying that he has to follow anybody, but it was just he's a, I don't want to say better player, because I'm sure Kyrie doesn't necessarily look at him as better than him, but I'm sure he looks at him as an avenue towards a championship. If I can strap myself along to this brother, then we can do some things. We can make some things happen, make some magic. However, I believe once Kevin Durant tore his Achilles and was out for that season, undoubtedly out for a whole year, I think that gave Kyrie the leverage to go ahead and sign with the Nets, knowing that Kevin Durant wouldn't go to the Knicks by himself. He already made all the business moves and business ventures to do it. He wasn't going to just, put a pause on that and not go to New York anymore. So I believe that when Kevin Durant got hurt, that gave Kyrie the ability to sign first, knowing that his good friend, his brother, was going to go with him. And it is what it is. Kyrie Irving is one of my favorite basketball players. He's one of the only guys that I paid to pay for their basketball shoes. Obviously, if you're a Knick, Melo, I bought Melo shoes. But even though I bought some Melos and was rocking Melos before the Knicks, shout out Syracuse. It's neither here nor there. But Kyrie Irving is one of my favorite players in the league. His skill set is, his handles are arguably unmatched. His shot making ability, again, is arguably unmatched. As far as just maybe only two, Kevin Durant, their offensive abilities pretty much mirror each other in the sense of they're just a short and tall version of each other. Again, they can get any shot they want on the court, any shot at any time. Mid-range, 3-point, get to the basket, finish with either hand, finish with contact, and then once if there is contact, you get fouled, you go to the free throw line, above 85, 90%. And would have loved to have those guys on the Knicks, but so again, to answer the question, am I going for the Knicks or the Nets? It's all New York. If it's New York, I'm with it. Now, again, I didn't finish the thought. When Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving both came out, well, Kyrie not so much, because I didn't really feel like he owed us anything. Kevin Durant necessarily, again, didn't owe us anything, but the fact that he went out of his way to say he never thought about coming to the Knicks, whether true or not, because again, I'm not in his head, I never will be, never have been. So There's no way for us to ever know. But to say he just never considered it, it's tough. That's tough. But, and then when they got James Harden, for those that don't follow me or know me personally, I currently live in Houston, so I've actually watched a lot of James Harden games. So I actually watched James Harden in the playoffs, a lot of games, spent a lot of money. Just so happened James Harden was on the team that I lived in the city for. And when they made that trade, definitely was a nasty feel to it. It was a nasty feel, the way he forced his way out of Houston, the way, in my personal opinion, kind of turned his back on the Rockets after I feel like they did. Again, the moves didn't work out, but I feel like the Rockets did a lot to put James Harden in an advantageous situation. Now, again, a lot of the moves didn't work. However, could you say they didn't work, or did James Harden not allow them to work as far as not giving them the chance to develop advantageously or even, be the best teammate he maybe could have been? And when he added that to the Nets, it wasn't a brand of basketball that I wanted to, be a part of. I'll be honest, when they played against the Bucks, just like 2000 Subway Series, Mets versus Yankees. You think I'll be frank. It's all New York. All New York. If it's New York, I love it. Giants, Jets, Yankees, Mets, Rangers, Liberty, Syracuse, St. John's, if it's New York, I'm riding with it, But if the Knicks and Nets play, I'm going for the Knicks. It's just honest. If the Giants and Jets play, I'm going for the Giants. That's just being honest. Yankees and Mets play, Yankees, and that's just being honest. Islanders and Rangers, I'm going for the Rangers, and that's just being honest. But you won't really see me rooting too much else unless it's personal. Dirk Nowitzki, favorite player of all time. So I don't. He's out the league, obviously. Carmelo up there, favorite player of all time. Don't have to elaborate on that too much. Like I said, Syracuse ties, Knicks ties. Dirk Nowitzki, favorite player of all time. Growing up, when I would see him play, I want to say around like that 2002, 2003, that around that time period. So when he started to really take the next step. And then in 2005 or 6, I can't quite remember, that game with T-Mac when Dirk dropped 56, T-Mac had 46. That game really opened my eyes to, Dirk Nowitzki and what he could be, what he is. And, he became a fair player. Ended up beating the Miami Heat after the rematch, after losing to him. And I remember people that still follow me to this day told me I didn't know basketball because I said Dirk Nowitzki was going to beat that Heat team. So now again, reasons like this is why I started making the channel, so I can start putting my name on it, put a record on it, so we can go back, check the stats, check the records, so I can set the record straight. All right, like I said, more content to be coming, but I had to get that out. Like I said, shout out my man Lacey. I told him I was gonna pick, and listen, I'm with New York everything. So when they play each other, I am going for the Knicks. But now that the Nets have purified themselves of, some of the ills of the league, I really like the way Kyrie standing up against the vaccine mandate, things like that. I can ride with it. You're riding with it. New York gets the world. But the South's still here too. I'm in the South, Southwest, A-League, Texas. We still, repping that too. Man, very well. Where I lay my hat's my home. You feel me. Until the next video.